Rooster Street just launched on North Padre Island, and it's already one of the hottest hangout spots. But here's the thing many people don't know yet. There are 3 more massive projects in the works for Whitecap and the Seawall that will shape the island for decades to come. People are already talking, but most people don't realize just how big these developments really are. And by the time they're all finished, the Seawall and Whitecap won't look anything like they do today. Hey, real quick, if we haven't met, I'm Lezli Milner, and each week I put out new videos to keep you informed and up to date on what's happening here in Corpus Christi and the surrounding areas, and I specialize in helping people from all over the country relocate to our beautiful city. So let's get into it, starting with the first project that already has everyone talking and will completely change how locals spend their weekends here on the island. Bob Hall Pier, and back in 2020, Hurricane Hannah came through and completely destroyed the old pier, and for a lot of locals, that was a huge loss. Bob Hall wasn't just a fishing spot, it was a gathering place, a restaurant, and just one of those landmarks that made Whitecap Beach what it was. Now, fast forward to October of 2024, when the official groundbreaking took place, and since then, the county has actually kept this rebuild on track and on budget, and that's saying something for a project of this size. It is a $28.5 million reconstruction, and as of now, crews are more than halfway done, and the new pier is going to stretch out over 1,200 feet long and 20 feet wide, with both a standard ramp and an ADA ramp, so it is fully accessible. It is being built to last with a 50-year design life and the ability to withstand winds up to 150 miles an hour. And out on the pier, you're going to see 2 50 by 50 platforms, including one covered area for shade, and they even plan space for future concession stands. And by the end of this year, fishing access should finally reopen, which is huge news for anyone who missed casting a line out here. The restaurant, though, is going to take a little bit longer. The county actually hasn't announced who will take over that space just yet, and it's not expected to open until sometime in 2026. But once it does open, expect things to get busy, and when the fish are running, this pier will be shoulder to shoulder just like it always was. And since the pier sits fairly high above the water, you're going to want to make sure you got the right net set up if you plan on doing some fishing. And as for extras like green lights, nothing has been confirmed just yet, but overall, this is a big win for the island. Yes, the beach and the seawall will see more traffic, especially on the weekends and holiday breaks, but in return, we get back a true landmark, one that locals have been missing for years, and one that gives anyone new to the area another reason to love life here on North Padre. Next up is something totally different, and honestly something locals have been asking for on the Seawall for years. The Sandbox Beach Bar. This is somewhere you can go and actually hang out without leaving the beach, and now we're finally getting it. Right on the Michael J. Ellis Seawall next to the Windward parking lot, crews have been moving pieces into place, and you can already see the shipping containers that will be converted into the bars. And this isn't a traditional building. It is meant to feel open, breezy, and easy, like you can toss on your sandals, walk up from the sand, and stay a while. And here's the concept in a nutshell. Open air beach bar built around repurposed shipping containers, pickleball courts, outdoor yard games and space for food trucks to rotate in. The whole idea is a laid-back hub with direct beach access, so expect it to become a natural meetup spot before and after beach days, and one of those places that you're going to definitely run into people you know. So once this place opens, expect that stretch of the seawall to be a lot more active than it has been in years. And timeline-wise, the owners are still in the final stages of permitting and approval, so there isn't a confirmed opening date just yet, but the best guess right now is sometime in 2025, but that exact date will come straight from their Facebook page when they're ready to announce it. And here's the bigger picture. Sandbox isn't just about pickleball or food trucks, it's about finally bringing life back to the seawall. Locals are so excited because it's been decades since we've seen a new business development in this area. Now, once it opens, it's going to draw more people to walk the seawall, spend evenings by the beach, and actually hang out here instead of driving inland. And that's a big shift for North Padre, and it's going to change the way both locals and visitors use that part of the island. Moving on, we've got the most transformational project of them all, the new Marriott development coming to the seawall. And here's the crazy part. This will be the first hotel project on the seawall in nearly 50 years, and that alone should tell you how big of a deal this actually is. Now, for decades, the seawall has been mostly condos, townhomes, a hotel, and just open beach space, but now we're talking about a $34 million hospitality development that is going to reshape what's possible out here. And the plan calls for 2 Marriott properties side by side, a courtyard with 107 rooms, and a residence inn with 98 rooms. But that's just the start. There's also going to be a 9,000 plus square foot conference center with an outdoor event space and a Bar Louie restaurant and bar facility that will be open to the public. So imagine weddings, fishing tournaments, or corporate events being able to stay and celebrate right here on the island instead of driving back across the causeway. And the developer already owns the additional acreage next to the project, which means not only will there be on-site parking and overflow space as the demand grows, but there is also room for future expansion if this takes off the way people expect it to. And keep in mind, more than half the seawall acreage is still available for development. So this Marriott property could very well be the first domino in a whole wave of new projects. And as for timing, the city council just approved the Type B funding, and the developer is actually aiming to break ground here in 2025. And from there, we're looking at about a 2-year build process, which puts the opening date somewhere in 2027. Now, I know it feels far away, but if you've been around here long enough, you know that the years go by pretty quick, and when the ribbon gets cut, North Padre will finally have the kind of full-service hotel and event space that it's been missing. Now, for locals, this isn't just about tourists. It's about having jobs, about finally having a place where your friends or your family can stay close by, and about giving island businesses an additional stream of visitors year-round. Now, for anyone thinking about relocating here, this is proof that North Padre is evolving with more amenities and more reasons to stick around the island instead of heading into town. Now, before I wrap this up, I can't ignore the elephant in the room, the massive North Padre development called Whitecap Living. Now, this project is even bigger than Bob Hall, Sandbox, and Marriott combined, and if it goes the way that it's planned, it could completely transform the island. But here's the thing, it's also one of the most controversial projects that we've seen, and there's already been a lot of pushback and heated opinions about it. So I'm going to cover Whitecap living in a separate video here soon because it deserves its own deep dive. So if you haven't already, be sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way you don't miss out when I release it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.